You got no choice.
Fuck no.
Alright guys, this one's going to be doing a review today. This one's going to be doing a review for the Walking Dead universe and another video for the Walking Dead Dead City. We're going to be discussing the Walking Dead Dead City Seasons 1 and Season 2 and which one do I think is better. So, yeah, wanted to discuss this one, wanted to talk about Dead City Season 2 and Season 1 and kind of compare them to each other. I've kind of had some time to sit on this one, also gotten a lot of reactions from you guys, and it's night and day. I've seen a way better reception for Dead City Season 1 than Dead City Season 2. I don't even think it's actually close. I mean, if you look at the way people were talking about Season 1, there were criticisms about the first season of Dead City. I'm not going to deny it, but it wasn't anything like this. A lot of people lost their patience with Season 2 of Dead City. I'm just neutral with it. I think it's an average season of TV. I don't think it's anything offensive. I also, though, don't think it's anything great. I think they could have tried a little bit harder. But it's not, you know, the worst thing in the world either. It's fine TV. It's fine. You know what I'm saying? I think there's things this year on television that were definitely a little bit better, you know, though, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think Invincible was a hell of a lot better. I think, you know, Squid Game was better. I think there were better titles this year. But Dead City was fine. You know what I'm saying? It was fine. The reason I compare it is because usually The Walking Dead is like the king of TV usually. This year, not really for me, honestly. I think there were other things that were better, but, you know, of course, that's just me. But in terms of Season 1 versus Season 2, now, I wanted to compare these two a little bit properly and kind of talk about why I believe that Season 1 of Dead City is not only objectively better, but I personally prefer Season 1 of Dead City over Season 2. Season 1 of Dead City, for one thing, looks incredible. The city shots look insanely good. And I love the blue, dark tint to it that it had. It kind of had its own unique vibe to it, you know what I'm saying? Negan and Maggie kind of had this, you know, new look with Maggie with the short hair, Negan with, you know, the handlebar mustache, the chains, the leather jacket. He had a really cool look to him, you know what I mean? Now, one of the biggest things that makes Season 2... Now, one of the biggest things about Season 1 that I loved about Season 1 is Negan himself. The way that Negan carried himself in Season 1 was on a whole other level. Like, the knock-knock joke scene where he slit the guy's throat in front of the entire crew. The sequence where he walks up to Luther and he kind of gives him that few warnings, you know what I mean? And then he gets him with the friggin', you know, I think it was like the cheese grinder or whatever, and he just gets him right in the head, you know what I'm saying? There were some really creative kills. We got to see Simon in Season 1. We got to see a sequence with him and Negan where Croat and, you know, kind of showing what the Croat was, which the Croat is evil, right? That's one of the things that Season 1 set up, is that the Croat is an evil man, you know what I'm saying? He literally tortured a young kid, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what made Croat in Season 1 so great, you know? They showed you how evil he was, and they wrote it to be that way, you know what I'm saying? He tortured a young girl, and that's the way that went. And it was really brutal, and it was real, and it was insane, you know what I'm saying? Season 1 also had a really cool, interesting group with Tommaso's group. They were kind of an interesting kind of squad, you know what I'm saying? That kind of worked with Maggie to take down the Barotzi. We found out that Croat was not the man in charge. We have a woman named the Dama that was in charge instead. I liked that twist to the story at the time. I also liked the finale where Maggie has to... And this is what I liked about Season 1 of Dead City. It actually challenged you as a viewer, you know what I'm saying? Maggie screwed over Negan. Maggie has been setting up Negan this entire first season to get himself captured, to get himself taken so that she can get her son back, right? But you can't argue with Maggie. You can't argue with Maggie because that's your son. Are you really going to save the man that killed your husband? The reason why your son doesn't have a father is because of this man. No, you're going to lead him to the Barotzi and you're going to get your son back. You know what I'm saying? So I like the realism of Maggie's character in Season 1, but they challenge you because how much you love Negan. You're pissed at Maggie, so it kind of creates this, you know what I'm saying? And that's the complex writing that I loved about Season 1. It was so good. It was such good writing, and I thought it was really, really, really good. Honestly, I had very minimal flaws with Season 1 of Dead City. I thought the whole thing was stellar. Genuinely, the whole thing was stellar. The budget felt big. The visuals were nice. The overall story was great. Negan was an unapologetic boss in Season 1. and he did not give a crap about anything. He was there to fulfill his mission, help Maggie out. He knew his ass was getting set up, and they still did that. Also, Pearlie Armstrong, a really interesting character in season 1. He's on the hunt to find this man that killed, the New Babylon soldiers. You know what I mean? We have Armstrong that's going after Negan. Then he realizes, after Negan saves his life, that maybe he doesn't need to kill Negan because Negan just saved his life and he's why he's alive right now. And Negan and Armstrong build this bond with each other. It's really good. And you know what's funny? My least favorite element of season 1 is Ginny. But Ginny wasn't bad, you know what I'm saying? We saw the scenes between her and Negan, how they connected. He, fixed her dinosaur, you know what I'm saying? It was nice, wholesome stuff to get you invested in their story, you know what I'm saying? I just overall think 1 worked. It really did. Like, I give 1 a 9.5. It's straight up, it's almost a 10. Genuinely. It's so good. It is an incredible, incredible season of television. Then you go to season 2. Now, let me show you the difference. Season 2, Negan is forced to work for the Barotse because he knows that if he doesn't do this, his family will be killed. Well, he ends up getting Croat to turn on the Dama. The Dama ends up dying in the fire. She ends up getting burnt. There's some corpse that took her place. We don't have any idea of how any of that happened. They didn't show us anything of that. And don't even tell me, they might show it in season 3. No, that needed to be shown in season 2. You know what I'm saying? That was dumb. Negan plays the Croat to get him to turn on the Dama. Really cool, right? But then when Negan finally gets the chance to leave, he lets the Croat go, who tortures young kids, and who has literally recently joked about killing kids, but he lets the Croat go. They try to push this narrative in season 2 of Dead City that the Croat is a good guy. You know what I'm saying? They try to push this narrative of, Croat's a changed man, even though he was joking about killing kids in episode 3 of season 2. So the writing is inconsistent as hell. You know what I'm saying? Sure, Negan would let a kid killer go. Sure, he would do that. You know what I'm saying? Get out of here. And then when he finally sees his family, which is the reason that he's been with the Barotse at all, is because he didn't want anything to happen to his family. Well, he finally has a chance to be with his family, and he tells them to turn around. A young little boy that's traveled state for state, and you're going to tell him and his mother to turn the hell around. Not give them food for their travels, at least. Not do anything like that. No, they turn Negan into a deadbeat father. That's what they do. And don't even give me this excuse of, he feels bad for what he did. You know what I'm saying? That's not good writing. That is not good writing. And if he feels so damn bad about what he did, then why the hell didn't we see what happened? You know what I'm saying? Also, if you're saying the reason he turned them around is because, Bruegel's going to attack and he didn't want his family involved, wouldn't you take your family and leave? Why is Negan invested in this fight? Tell me, why is he invested in this fight going on? If I was Negan, I would take my family and I'd say, peace. I'm not invested in the friggin' Barotse. The only reason I'm here is because Maggie traded me in and I worked with you people because I felt like I had no choice. You know what I'm saying? The writing is awful with that. It's terrible. And you've got Maggie this season. Look, I think Maggie's a bit more enjoyable this season than season 1. But here's the one thing I'll say. It is annoying to me that the entirety of the plot of this season is the methane. You know what I'm saying? You've got these New Babylon frickin' people that remind me of Ginny's group from Fear the Walking Dead. They're honestly only a step better than her. You know what I'm saying? And they're going around saying, you're going to break the law, when you're out in the middle of frickin' nowhere doing random crap. You know what I'm saying? What? It doesn't make any sense. What law are you talking about? You're not in your home, bruh. You're in the frickin' New York City with the Barotse. What's going on? You know what I'm saying? And we spend multiple episodes with this tribe group that goes, They don't even amount to anything. In season 1, Tommaso's group was really intriguing. You know what I'm saying? They had a really nice, motive. They had a lot of really good backgrounds. Luther was a really standout, cool character. I liked Amaya. I liked Tommaso. I liked the back and forth. This tribe group genuinely was a nothing. It was a waste of friggin' time. Colonel Lucia, waste of friggin' time. The Dama, a fake out. The Croat, a good guy all of a sudden? That's not the narrative that season 1 gave us. What? It doesn't make any sense. Listen, I love the Croat, but it's still wonky writing that he's a good guy all of a sudden. It's out of the blue completely. And they didn't write it properly. They did not write it correctly. You know what I'm saying? So, listen, this season, it's very abundantly clear to me. I mean, season 1, Armstrong, really badass character. Season 2, Armstrong, he wants the methane. You know what I'm saying? It just does not hit on the same level. I mean, you know what objectively makes it not hit on the same level? Even if you disagree with my opinion, you cannot tell me that this makes sense. They are reusing old footage from season 1 for the season 2 finale. They even objectively are using season 1 shots because they can't get any new shots for season 2. Fear the Walking Dead did that back in the day. They used old footage for new things, and it pissed me off. Same thing happened here. They're using old establishing shots to almost try to represent, new shots. It's stupid as hell. It's so dumb. Listen, there's things I liked about this season. I liked Bruegel. I liked some Negan scenes. Negan was way better in season 1, though. You know what I mean? And Croat, way better in season 1. He was more consistent. The Dama just fell flat, honestly. And the other thing, Herschel was really intriguing in season 1. If I would have known that little frigger was the thing we were coming after in season 1, I'd have said the hell with him. You know what I'm saying? They are stepping on Glenn's legacy bad with Herschel's character. It's embarrassing. Yeah, I don't know. That's kind of my general thoughts right there. It's night and day for me, season 1. It's not even kind of close. You know what I'm saying? 2 is not a bad season, but it's average TV. It is just your generic average TV. Season 1 felt like we were doing big things. You know what I'm saying? Season 2, it kind of fizzles out. You know what I'm saying? So, we'll see what ends up going on with season 3. I think 1 wins this easily. I don't think it's kind of close. But again, let me know your thoughts down below. Post your comments. If you're new to the channel and you enjoy videos like this, guys, make sure to click subscribe. If you notice any other videos, make sure to follow me on Dan's Reviews Official on Instagram, guys. And of course, I'll see you guys really soon for more videos for Dead City. Enjoy the rest of the day, guys, and peace out.
Born in the dark alleys, city of concrete. Dan's reviews blowing up, never taste defeat. Walking Dead dissected every plot twist. Beat world gone mad, TV junkies hit a treat. Typing up scripts, marathon through the night. His opinions hit harder than a straight fight scene. Every episode, brain sharper than a knife. He's the beacon of critique, shedding TV light.